It's so heavy. What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I made a recipe that I found on Half Baked Harvest's Instagram page. A friend of mine might have sent it to me. Either way, we both found it and I decided I had to make it, especially since I had some extra pesto in the refrigerator and this called for pesto. I will say her recipe called for basil pesto and I had kale and carrot top pesto, but her recipe called for sauteed kale. Actually, it's not even sauteed kale, and that's a whole other story. It does have kale in it, but her recipe is actually a one-potter, meaning everything was supposed to be cooked in the same pot, including the pasta. I started using the same pan that I used to cook in all of my videos pretty much, and it became apparent to me after I added all of the tomatoes that there was just absolutely no possible chance I was going to fit a pound of pasta, 2.5 cups of water, and the kale inside of that pan too. Then I looked back at the recipe and it said in a large pot, such and such and such and such. I'm happy that I did the pan because I feel like it shows off the food a little bit better. It would have been harder to see the cooking in a pot, just with my current setup anyways. But I would highly encourage you guys in a pot to make this a one-potter because it's just easier. I know Italians are probably just like losing their minds about that you can't just add dry pasta to a pot and add some water and cook it like that, but not everything has to be authentic Italian and every pasta recipe isn't Italian. Kitten? Excuse me, come hitters! Kitten! He's coming, he's coming. Oh my gosh guys though, this looks so good. So what I ended up doing was just sauteing the kale in a separate pan. I cooked the pasta in a regular pot like I normally would, and then I had to add it all into the dish because there was just, again, no way I was fitting the pasta and the kale into that saute pan. Just absolutely no way. Mr. Munchkin Kitten, oh, come hitters and say hello, sis. Does this look delicious to you? Yes. Yes, it does. Aren't you just such a cutie pie kitten? Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Looks like he's about to dive. All right, bye-bye, kitten. All right, guys, let's get into this. It looks so good. It smells so good. All the little pieces of rigatoni at the top and on the sides are all like crispy, crunchy. Oh man, look at that. Oh my gosh, it's so saucy down there. I also reserved some pasta water. It was not in her recipe. I ended up adding probably a 1/2 cup or so of pasta water to the pot, as you saw. All right, guys, let's get into it. He was like, why aren't you blowing your food? Actually, not you guys, people on Instagram, blowing your food. I'm like, if I included all of the parts of me blowing on my food, we'd be here a long time. The whole video on Instagram would just be me blowing on my food. Mm-hmm. Oh, so good. Mm-hmm. I actually really like that there's no cream in this recipe. So it is much lighter. You could certainly add cream if you wanted to make it into a creamy dish, but I like kind of the change of pace for once. Mmm. Oh my gosh, the cheese is so good on top. It's actually a mixture of fontina and mozzarella. I actually cooked the pasta like 5 or 6 minutes under what the package instructions said to, and popped it in the oven. I think next time I would just half the cooking time, honestly. It's kind of breaking apart. I don't mind it all that much, but I would prefer it in whole pieces still. Oh, well, that was. My favorite bits are the cheesy ones. Big surprise. Mm. Mm. I love my food like extremely hot. Like Shay makes fun of me because I'll finish cooking for us, and before I can start eating, typically I'll have to reheat it. Like freshly done food. So I like really love baked pastas, especially because they hold on to so much heat that I really don't have to reheat it. This looks dangerous. Mm. I got a big piece of pesto. Pesto is so good. It's like really, really garlicky. If you guys haven't seen my winter pesto pasta video, I will link it above so you can check it out. Mm. So in her recipe, she uses spicy Italian chicken sausage, which is a little bit lower in fat. I couldn't find spicy Italian chicken sausage and I really wanted to use spicy Italian. So I ended up just getting regular pork sausage. I'm spilling everywhere. It's just glorious looking. Meanwhile, the sausage is like honestly not even really that spicy. I'm sure it depends like what sausage you're getting because the level of spice varies from brand to brand. If I were using the same sausage next time, I would totally add some of that Calabria pepper paste. I know, I'm like obsessed that I add it to everything, but it's just because it's so good. Oh my. I'm like freaking crushing this thing. Did anybody see that? All right, guys. This has got to be my last bite. I'm getting like pretty full. That was amazing. I feel like I don't make enough like tomato based sauces or even just like vegetable based sauces. Roasted red pepper sauce would be super delicious. I wonder how like a roasted carrot tomato pepper sauce would be. Definitely going to be experimenting with stuff like that more. I am actively trying to get more vegetables into my food. This was just so delicious. The fontina and the mozzarella together. What a great combination. Salty, creamy, cheesy. Those were the best bites. It goes so, so well with Italian sausage, with spice, with tomato sauce. Again, the only thing that I would do differently, and I'd love to try it with basil pesto, but I would definitely half cook, maybe even like just like for 4 minutes, cook the rigatoni and then add it in, because it was in the oven for like 25 minutes and then it sits in the casserole dish for another 5 minutes or so before you're even able to eat it. So it just continues to cook for all of that time, especially if you make it super saucy. I feel like me, I added more pasta water, thinned out the sauce a little bit, so I feel like it really was able to just soak up all of that liquid. Also, one last note, I put this in the oven for 20 minutes and it wasn't brown yet, so I added another 5 minutes, still wasn't brown, so then I turned on the broiler and that's when I got all of these awesome brown, like golden spots all over the top. In the future, once you see that the cheese is like fully melted, depending on how much you cooked your pasta ahead of time, after the cheese is melted, just turn on the broiler and get it brown and crispy that way. You just don't want it to be sitting in the oven for this like extended period of time and risk overcooking your pasta. Anyways, guys, this was delicious. I have a tiny bit of pesto left over, so I'll be adding that to some leftovers this week, I'm sure. Thank you again to Tegan at Half Baked Harvest for the amazing recipe. We'll definitely be making it again. Of course, we'll link that recipe in the description of the video if you'd like to make it yourself. Thank you guys so much for joining today. You know how much I appreciate every single one of you. Your positivity, it just makes me so happy. I know that not every channel has the community that this channel has, so I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. I just love that it's a positive place where people make mostly positive, happy, supportive comments, because like honestly guys, what's the point? What's the point in the negativity? Anyways guys, again, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.